At some point today, you probably said okay without thinking about it. You might have typed it in a message, nodded while saying it out loud, or used it to end a conversation. It feels neutral, effortless, almost invisible. And yet, okay is one of the most successful words in human history. It crosses borders, languages, cultures, and generations with ease. From casual chats to space missions, okay is everywhere, but it began as a joke. Let's find out, right here, on History of Simple Things. The story of okay begins in the United States in the early 19th century, when newspapers were booming and editors loved wordplay. Writers treated language the way we treat memes today, inventing slang, abbreviations, and inside jokes. One popular trend was deliberately misspelling phrases for humor. No-go became no-go, shortened to KG, and all correct was jokingly written as ol correct, then shortened to okay. It was meant to be clever and temporary. The earliest known printed use of okay appeared in 1839 in the Boston Morning Post. It was slipped into an article almost casually with no explanation, as if readers were expected to get the joke, and surprisingly they did. The abbreviation spread quickly to other newspapers, especially in Boston and New York. At this stage, okay wasn't special. It was one of many playful abbreviations floating around at the time. Most of them faded into obscurity. Okay did not. Okay got its first big boost in 1840 during President Martin Van Buren's re-election campaign. Nicknamed Old Kinderhook, his supporters formed OK clubs, putting the letters on posters, buttons, and newspapers. Even opponents used it, sometimes mockingly. Van Buren lost, but OK survived, spreading westward with soldiers, traders, and settlers. Its flexibility made it perfect for quick communication, meaning anything from yes to all good. The telegraph played a major role in turning OK into a national standard. Telegraph messages were charged by the word, so short expressions were valuable. OK was brief, clear, and unlikely to be misunderstood. Railroad operators used it to confirm that messages were received and understood. By the late 19th century, OK had left jokes behind and become functional in business and bureaucracy. What makes OK especially remarkable is how neutral it feels. It doesn't carry strong emotion on its own. It can sound enthusiastic, indifferent, reassuring, or even passive-aggressive depending on tone. This emotional flexibility makes it adaptable across cultures and contexts. You can say okay to a friend, a boss, a stranger, or a machine. Very few words have that range without sounding rude or overly formal. As American influence grew globally in the 20th century, OK followed. U.S. soldiers carried it overseas during World War I and World War II. Hollywood movies and popular music reinforced it. International business and aviation adopted it. Pilots, engineers, and astronauts needed short, unambiguous terms, and OK fit perfectly. When NASA astronauts said OK, the word carried clarity and confidence into space. What's fascinating is that many languages already had their own ways of saying yes or fine, yet they still absorbed OK. In Japanese, people say OK, OK. In Korean, OK, OK. In French, German, Spanish, Russian, Arabic, and countless other languages, OK exists alongside native expressions. Linguists consider it one of the most widely recognized words on Earth, possibly second only to mama. Over the years, people have tried to challenge the correct origin, suggesting alternatives like Native American words, African languages, or Scottish phrases. These theories sound intriguing, but historians have found no solid evidence to support them. The most accepted origin is the newspaper joke. Ironically, a word for clarity began as a misspelling. The digital age gave OK a whole new life. In text messages and online chats, it became even more efficient. Sometimes it's shortened to K, sometimes capitalized for emphasis, sometimes paired with emojis to change its tone. OK can express agreement, dismissal, impatience, or calm. It's as much a social signal as a word. Psychologists and linguists note that OK works so well because it sits in the middle. It's not too positive, not too negative. It doesn't demand emotion. In uncertain situations, people often reach for neutral language, and OK provides exactly that. It reassures without promising too much. It agrees without fully committing. In a complex world, that kind of linguistic flexibility is powerful. Today, OK is so embedded in daily life that we rarely question it. We tap OK on screens to accept terms and conditions. We say it to confirm plans, acknowledge instructions, or move past disagreements. It acts as a verbal handshake, a quiet signal that things are acceptable enough to continue. And perhaps that's why it has endured. It doesn't demand perfection. It simply says, "This works." So the next time you say OK, remember that you're not just using a filler word. You're participating in a nearly 200-year-old linguistic success story. One that started as a joke, survived politics and technology, crossed every border imaginable, and became one of the simplest, strongest tools humans have ever created to understand one another. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.